All right, we're recorded. I'm going to go with one question that I got on my team was, what products do you have at wrap parties? So honestly, guys, I know a bunch of us are new. I would definitely have as little as possible. Whatever's in your kit, you could use. The party pad now, the new and improved one, has like, you could just follow that magazine that's in your kit, and you could go by that. But as long as you're, what is that? Okay, as long as you're, you know, reading the product the party pad, I think you're good. You have your box of wraps that come in your kit. If you when you get your $100 credit, you could get sample of greens, the greens on the go, and sample them. I always love to get Fat Fighters, but really all you need is your box of wraps and the party pad. Keep it as simple as possible. That's all I had for my team. But if Natalie, I know you had some questions.
I gotta remember to unmute myself. Okay, guys, I'm Natalie. I know we have some new people on our teams. I just want to share just quickly that we have 3 teams together. So I am a double diamond, and we have also Daniela and Corey, who is also double diamonds, and we have obviously after last week we had a lot of new team members on our team, so welcome, guys. And one thing, I don't know if you mentioned, Daniela, if you don't know how to mute, if you're on your cell phone, you will be able to see there's an option to mute yourself. So that way you might be somewhere and maybe there's music or conversations, and we don't have to be a part of it, right? Okay, and this meeting is all about questions and answers, so don't be shy to ask any questions. I remember when I started, I had a million questions, like literally, and any question is a good question, and there's always someone else probably would like to know the same answer. So don't be shy to ask. There's a few different ways that you guys can do it, and one of them is very simple. If you think of something and you're like, oh, this is something that I would like to know, there is actually an option, a chat. And I know when you're on computer, it looks a little bit different than when it's on your phone, but play around while we're talking and find the option where you can actually see the chat, and you can type the message, and we will be able to see your question and get to it as soon as we finish answering whatever questions we have. And then another way is you can actually, I am on my Mac, so I don't remember exactly how that looks, but you can actually raise your hand, and at that time we'll see that you have a question, and then you can unmute yourself and then ask the questions yourself. So it's either chat or you can just actually ask question. All right, I think I covered just a little bit.
You're in the phone really quick, Natalie. It's
yes.
Right at the bottom, so you have to you have to tap your screen, and then you can see all of the different options here. And I think that 3 dots is more where you can raise your hand. Sorry, it's too bright that you can't see the wording, but just so that you guys can see what she's talking about, you can click right there in the chat and ask your question if you are nervous to speak. And you can even change the privacy so you can send it to one of us directly. That way the rest of everybody else isn't seeing the question. So, and we won't say your name if you do it privately, but don't be afraid to ask a question. Because like Natalie said, what your question is, someone else has the exact same question.
Yes. All right. So I actually had a few questions that was asked by, and the first one is actually, It's obviously all about the loyal customers right now, because especially if you are new into this business, you have your 30 days to gather your first 4 loyal customers. And the question is, who did you reach out to, and what was your message? And there's more questions, but I'm gonna stay with those first 2 questions. So who do we reach out to? Well, first of all, you want to reach out to your warm market. The more warm market means is your family and friends, the people that you already have relationships with, that you know them, they know you, and those are the people you wanted to go first. I know we share a lot of scripts, but I do not suggest to use them, especially with your warm market. Why? Because you already know how the people know how you talk, and especially when you message them, they can feel and they can see that that's just some kind of a script. So and I would say, if it's your mom and your sister or your best friend, pick up the phone and actually call them, or get together and talk to them just like a normal person. And all you have to say is what it is. You join this company, it's a health and wellness company, and you're looking for people to try the products while I'm trying my own products, and give me an honest opinion. And that's all. It's all you're looking for, support. Our products are affordable. We don't ask people to spend hundreds of dollars, so that shouldn't be a problem. And so that's kind of like why I wanted to hear what you guys have to say. But for me personally, I'll just go to people that and just talk to them just like you would talk about any other things that you want to talk about it. And one more thing, I moved to California, or to United States, about 9 years ago, and when I joined it 4 years ago, I didn't have a family and like a lot of friends here. So I went to my coworkers, and my coworkers were my friends, and those are the ones that they joined me as a loyal customer first. And then also I launched myself. I didn't even know I didn't know that what it was meaning at that time, but I just pick a night, and then I told everybody who I knew around my area, and just said, hey, come over. I wanted to show you what those wraps all about, and if you want to try one, bring $25. That's it, guys. It's just the most simple. And just to go back to the wrap party, that was my wrap party. I only had a sample of greens and the wraps, and I had nothing else, and I didn't know what the wrap party, what other business tools were available to us. But I did have a catalog, and you all have that in your business kit. So you have a product catalog, you have few wraps on hand, and just be excited and have fun. And that's about it. But go ahead, guys, if you want to add something to it.
How I got my first 4, is that what you mean? Natalie, you want us to, okay. Actually, my family and friends were not involved. They did not want to be a part of it at all. So what I had was 300 followers on Instagram, and I messaged people that I would interact with on Instagram. So that's what I did, and I got my first 4 in 3 days. But I was talking to them. You always have that person that likes your pictures or comments on your pictures. That's who I directly went to. Like, I just started this business. Are you interested in helping me? And that is it. Like, I didn't know anything about the products. And I went back to my enroller, and the person wanted to lose weight, and she suggested the products, and I told her exactly what my enroller said. So that was it. I just used social media. My family and friends did not even order from me, I think, until I was a year in. So if you don't have family and friends, the power of social media is so important. So if you're using that, you will become successful just from that. But a lot of people on my team have 13 days left to get their first 4 LCs. So you want to make sure that you are contacting your family and friends, because this is now like crunch time. But also reach out to your people on social media, because that's what I did, and it helped a lot.
Absolutely. I like to, well, the way that we do it is I always have everybody make their 100s list first. So you make your 100s list, and that might not be 100 people. But I always say, like, use your Facebook friends list or use your Instagram, followers, whichever social media you're on. I built my business from Facebook. So use your Facebook friends and write those down. And then once you make your 100s list, go to your website. And so mine's www.corey.myitworks.com, and go to the products. Go through the products. So you're doing 2 things right now. You're learning about the products, and you're picking products out for your 100s list. So then you're going to write next to that person's name LC, which stands for loyal customer, and the product name. And if you are going through your list and you think that someone on your list would actually be a better team member and you would actually want to ask them to be a distributor, write DT. And then after that, like Natalie said, we all have so many different scripts to kind of go off of depending on whose team you're on. So I say, make your 100s list and then check in with me. From there, I'll give you some scripts to use, and then you'll just communicate back and forth with me so that I can help you keep the conversation going. Because you guys, here's the thing, you're in this business for yourself, but you are not ever by yourself. So don't try to recreate the wheel. Don't try to do it all by yourself. We know what to say. We know what questions to ask. We know how to help you get those customers. So help yourself by reaching out to us. But we don't know what you might need help on if you don't ask. And if the idea of a 100s list sounds like kind of scary to you, my second piece of advice is make your chicken noodle soup list. So your chicken noodle soup list is basically whoever would bring you chicken noodle soup if you were sick. And reach out to them first and just say, hey, just like Daniela said, hey, I just started this new business. We have some really awesome products. I need a few people to do a 90-day challenge, so I have some product reviews. Would you please help me and support me in my business? It would mean so much to me. Be yourself and be open and honest. I got my first 4 loyal customers, I think, in like 48 hours. 48 hours, 72 hours, something like that. And I think I got more than 4. I got like 12. So you guys, all you have to do is just do it, So, and have fun, be excited. These products help people. So that's my little part.
Okay, that's awesome. And I would say actually the question was also after you have your first 4 customers, it's pretty much the same thing. It's just keep continually reaching out to people, talking to people. And one of the things I want to say, do not expect that people just jump in right away after you just start the conversation, because I feel like sometimes a lot of us, especially when we're new to this business, we expect that people are going to jump in, and if they didn't, we kind of drop the ball and they're like, okay, well, she doesn't want it, and like stop conversation at that time. So that's like really crucial. That's something that I used to do, and it's totally wrong. Like I made so many mistakes, but as long as we're learning, right, it's and that's the matter. So people, you kind of want to just keep the conversation going, and then either you pick Friday, we talk a lot about follow-up Friday, or you pick whatever few days, once a week or whatever, and you just go through your messages and just check on them again. Hey, I know we already talked about, what do you think? Do you really, want to try any of the products? I can help you to choose maybe a few products to try. So, and then another thing is when people say no, do not take it personal and don't feel like it's no forever. It's just no. I mean, it's just not yet. So I have so many people that came back who actually was very skeptical, and I even thought that they would never buy any products from me. They actually came back and they became the best customers and best loyal customers ever. So don't let the no's stopping you from keep reaching out to more people. And definitely, you might come across some skeptic, and skeptic is fine, as long as it's, I guess as long as they're nice, right? So that's kind of like I want to add. And hold on, now I have to open the messenger again. There were a few more questions that, all right. So the next question is, so what did your customer say and how did you respond? And I'm assuming not the customer, but our potential customer. What, when they say how did we respond? Are your customers mainly family and friends, or a mixture of family, friends, and people you don't know? I kind of said that before. For me, it was people that I knew first, and then I didn't start working social media after it was already about a year into the business, maybe even a year and a half. So I would reach out to people that I knew, and I would ask them to invite a few people over to their home so I can come and talk about the products. We called it wrap party. You can call it sample it party, whatever name you want to, name it. But as long as, they just get together, because all of us has our own friends and family. So you might know 5 people, but those 5 people know each another 5 people. And that's how you're going to continue reaching out to different networks or, war markets. And with the social media, I mean, just make a goal, even if it's a small number, but as long as you stay consistent and go and meet people out there. Facebook has so many groups. If you like to cook, find some, groups and join that they exchanging, recipes or whatever. If you like to, moms with kids. I mean, there's groups literally for anything. And if you don't know how to find it, reach out to us. We can always, point, like direct you to on the right way to find those groups, and just meet people. Just don't feel like you have to be now the salesperson, like the car sales person that I'll just go out there and being like the annoying person. By just go and meet people, and by posting on social media, they will see what we're doing and reach out to you, or at some point after you build relationship, you can reach out to them. With the how do you respond, I think it's a little bit tricky, because even though I feel like the conversations kind of like are the same, but they also can be totally different. My tip is to definitely never just give them information and not ask any questions. So always have questions ending your message. So whatever you give them, let's say if for the greens, today I was talking to someone and she said, I'm interested in greens. And I said, okay, sure, here's the information. And then when I give the information, I said, when would you like to start? And then she said, I will give you 40% off. And she already know about the 90-day challenge. So she asked me, what is 90-day challenge? So I gave her the explanation of the 3-month program as a loyal customer. And then again, I asked her the questions, what do you think? Is that something you would like to do? So just continually, so my goal is always to keep the conversation going and not just give information and stop the conversation. All right, I think I'm talking too much again. I always do. So take the mic from me.
Okay, so for keeping a conversation going, yeah, you definitely don't want to word vomit. Word vomit is the worst, and I definitely did that in the very beginning. I was like, oh my gosh, this product's so great, and send them screenshots of the, of the like pictures and the ingredients, and like gave a full explanation. But you don't need to do that, you guys. Like, honestly, it is super, super easy. So let's just say that you post a picture about hair, skin, and nails. Someone's like, I want hair, skin, and nails. You message them and you say, hey, Natalie, are you looking to grow your hair out? Yeah, I am. Perfect. You will love this product. It will help so much. I'm actually looking for a few more girls to take a 90-day challenge. You'll get a new bottle each month for 3 months. Take before and after pictures and write a review at the end. Best part is I'll give you 40% off my distributor, or off the retail pricing. It's my distributor discount. And of course they're going to ask, well, how much is that? And you're going to say, so normally it retails for $55, but because you're going to do my 90-day challenge, you're going to get it for $33. I'm actually just putting in some orders from this week. I can throw yours in too really quick if you'd like. That's it. If they ask for more questions in between, so let's say that they're like, okay, well, how does the wrap work? So you tell them about the 90-day challenge and that you're looking for more people and that you're going to give them their 40% off. They ask, how does the wrap work? It's a non-woven cloth with a botanical blend lotion on it, and it tightens, tones, and firms your skin in 45 minutes or less. Normally, or I'm actually looking for a few more girls to do my 90-day challenge. It normally retails for $99, but since you're going to do the challenge, you're going to get it for $59. You guys, it's that simple. Like, the more information that you give them that they don't ask for, the more turned off they're going to get. And then as far as like where my people come from, I've built my business solely off of Facebook. The only time I've ever done wrap parties is, well, besides like online parties, but like in-person wrap parties was by request. And even my wrap parties, I will reach out to like past potentials to get their questions answered. I have like 4 best friends, you guys. My one best friend came from this business and she doesn't do it anymore, but we became close because of It Works. And my other 3 best friends are not customers or distributors. They don't hate what I do. They don't understand it, and they don't really care to. Okay. My brother has tried products, but he refuses to be a loyal customer. My sister-in-law joined this business because I basically like wouldn't stop talking about it to her. And my other sister-in-law, after me being in this business for 2.5 years, decided to be a loyal customer just the other week. Everybody else is a stranger. So that's like 98% of my business. People are strangers, or people that I haven't talked to in a really long time. You know, I have like friends from high school that have been loyal customers, or have joined my business. But these people are not the people that are in my team that are my customers. These people are not people that I talk to every single day. They're not in my text messages. I don't go and visit them on a regular basis. So never pre-qualify anybody, okay? That's my 2 cents for that. If you have anything more.
I agree with both of you. What I suggest to my team is that send your enroller exactly what you are getting from LCs, so a potential LC. So if somebody says, I'm interested in the hair, skin, and nails, screenshot that and send it to your enroller and say, what do I say next? And they will type something up for you and copy and paste. Literally in 4 days, that's what my enroller did with me. And in 4 days, like, so many people ask the same questions that you'll automatically get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you'll automatically understand the products. You'll automatically understand, oh, okay, wraps do this, HSN does this. And then, yeah, always end with a question. But I think you guys covered it all. If anybody has any questions about that, we could definitely touch more base on it. But
yeah, if you have anything more, just type it in the chat and we're not ignoring the chat. We'll get to that.
Yeah, we're going to go to the chat now. And it says, would you suggest doing an online party first to get started, or face-to-face party for a new DT, or do you suggest doing both? Do both. Do both. Get with your enroller, get with your diamond upline, and do an online party, and then do a face-to-face. Why not? I would recommend doing both. I had one face-to-face, and it was my mom's friends, and there were 3 people there. One signed up as a distributor. She didn't work the business after that, but that's okay. She signed up as a distributor. And I made $280 in wrap cash. So that right there, you can make money off the wraps in your kit, so don't, and then you could schedule another party from whoever's at your party. But, I've done a lot of online parties. So if anybody, we're doing one Friday. So, you could use that as well. Your group ones, invite them to it. We'll be posting that link probably tonight. We'll get that up.
Just a correction. We have also on Thursday.
Right. There's two different. Sorry.
Okay. They can join both.
Yes, you can. You can
More the better.
You can join both, but get with your diamond upline or your roller. They could help you with the parties and do both.
And even if you're nervous to do a live party on your own and you're not local to your diamond leader or your sponsor, we can join in off of Zoom and we can help you even remotely. So don't ever, that's the biggest thing I can always stress is don't ever try to do this by yourself. When I first joined, the girl that I signed up with, she quit pretty much right after I joined. So I did not have any help to figure this business out. And I kind of just had to learn as I go. So having said that, you don't need a whole lot to be successful in this business because I didn't have any leadership. But you also are super lucky because you have 3 amazing leaders that provide this information for you every single week. But because we're here and we have made it work for us, don't ever hesitate to be like, hey, I need your help right now. I need your help next week. I need your help 5 minutes from now, and then another 5 minutes from now, and then another 5 minutes from now. So, yeah.
Did you want to add anything, Natalie? No.
No, I think you guys covered that one.
Okay,
Let's go to the next question.
I actually have a next one from someone on my team, and she says, what happens after the 90 days if a customer stops the products? What happens? Okay, let me just cover that because there's a couple of questions. So if the customer stops, they could stop the order shipment, so they could stop the 90 days, and then they could order, just say they want tomorrow, today they stop the auto shipment, they were like, oh wait, tomorrow I want to order wraps. They could just log into their account, order wraps, get the discount. Or next month, start the auto shipment again. So they're always a customer, and they get after they complete the 90 days, they're a customer for life. They get discounts for life, as long as they complete the 90 days. Now, another part of her question is, what if they don't complete the 90 days? If they don't complete the 90 days, they are charged the $50 membership cancellation or the $50 membership fee. So you want to make sure they complete the 90 days. They could always switch products during the 90 days. They could always switch the date that their auto shipment comes out. So, give them those options. The first order is considered the first month. So they only have 2 more months after that. She says, what happens if the first 4 customers is not done within the 30 days? I have someone that wants to do at least 3 challenges. Okay, so it has to be 4 different people. So 4 different people that do a challenge with products of 24 BV or higher. Each of the 4 have to have 25 BV or higher. BV is volume connected to the products that we sell. You can look at that in your eSuite under orders. I think there's under document library, there's a price list with the BV too. There is, right? But if you go onto your eSuite and you go to orders, each product will say the price and then it says BV. We get paid on BV. So if wraps are $59, we get paid 54 on the 54 because it's 54 BV. But if she wants to do, say, all three products, products, because it's 3 challenges, she can do that. And then next month switch to the 1, if that makes sense. So she could switch, she could add 10, she could add at least 1 product per month. If you don't get your first 4 customers within 30 days, you are not eligible for the $100 shopping spree, for Fast Start bonuses, if I'm correct. Yeah. And any bonuses, so they have the Go Fast and the Fast bonuses. You need your first 4 customers within those 30 days to qualify for that.
You need for Fast Start, you need just 2 customers.
Oh, okay. 2 and 150.
Yeah. Yeah, 2, and then you need to be commission qualified. So.
Okay, that's right. Sorry.
The 4 you're not eligible for product credit. And I believe the Go Fast you just need 4 customers before you promote to that promotion, I think. We'll have to double check on that one.
Yeah, let's double check because I'm pretty sure I thought it was before the 30 days is up, but we will double check on that. You want to get them as quickly as possible so you could start, focusing on building your teams, and getting more customers. But having your first 4, is definitely, your goal right now. I hope I answered all those questions.
And if I can add, yeah, it's super important to get your first 4, but it's not the end of the world if you don't do it within your 30 days. This company when this company first started, did not have these type of extra, things, right? And people promoted to Ambassador Diamond still making, $30,000 a month in income and never had any of these extra things. So don't overthink that, you guys. Like, just go out, just ask and ask and ask and ask and ask. And then, if you don't get it, it's not the end of the world. Have a long-term goal in mind. You'll still be making more than enough money to buy more than $100 in product credit. You know what I mean? So, like, it's not the end of the world either. So I don't want anybody to feel at the end of 30 days, if it doesn't happen, that you have to stop your business.
Okay, we have another question. How do you overcome some negative reviews from products that customers have reviewed? I like this one because because I always like look up reviews on anything, and there's good and bad of everything. What I've noticed in 2.5 years is that people do not read directions. Sorry, they don't. I mean, really, how many of us actually go through all training? We're like, no, we know that. Oh, no, we're good. Oh, no, we know that. So a lot of people don't read the directions, and that's why the products don't work for them. And then they say, oh, it didn't work. Not, oh, I didn't read the directions on the products, which is why I really suggest when you're talking to a customer, you say, let me know when your products come in. I will tell you the best ways to use them. And you let your enroller or your, upline know, like, what are the best ways to use them. And we could tell you exactly how to use them. There are so many of my customers that they order, and then I'll follow up with them in the next week. So make sure you're doing that so that you could tell them, like, hey, you got your wraps. I know you did. This is how you use them. Make sure you're drinking a lot of water. Some people don't even, I had one customer that didn't even open up the wrap. She just placed it like a patch. So, okay, you're not going to get results like that, So she didn't know to open it up. I had one person that just took one hair, skin, and nails instead of the two because they didn't ask me how to take it. It was my fault. I should have asked when she got her products. But honestly, I would go to I would tell the customer, like, listen, there are different ways and different products that could help you. Thermal Fit did not work for me. Thermal Fit helped me. Thermal Fit made me gain weight. But its Vital Core helped me lose it. So there are different products for different people that we could, suggest for them.
Yeah, that's the name of the game. Customer service is so important once you have a loyal customer. Don't just have them put their order in or put their order in for them and then move on to the next person. You're gonna, after they put the order in, thank you so much for your order. If you put their order in for them, here is your account number, here's your password. If they did it for themselves, thank you so much for your order. Your account number is this. You made up your own password. You can log in at any time to my site, and from there you can track, change, and move the next month's order at any time. You're also going to get the discount on my entire site for life, as well as money back every single time that you order. That's what I send, something along those lines. I send that to every single customer, and then I track I kind of just like write in my calendar so that I can keep track, and then I message them, hey, I saw that your product was delivered yesterday, or your stuff is going to get there tomorrow. Why don't you send me your before picture right now? Because they will not do it unless you ask them to send it. And then from there, before their order ships next month, you say, and then you give them, the instructions. And then before their order ship next month, you say, hey, how is it going? Are you loving your product? That's a little tip that I learned. Never ask how is the product working for you. It's kind of like a psychology thing. You say, how are you loving your product? Because then they're not going to be, if it's not working great, they won't be so negative about it, and if they haven't opened their wraps yet, or they haven't opened their hair, skin, and nails, or started their Divine Gel or whatever, don't send them another one. Send them something different that's going to complement it. And you are going to have customer retention that way, for sure. And then once their 3 months is up, I always say, congratulations, you completed the 90-day challenge. Send me your after picture so that I have that. And then I say, you know what? If you wanted to do another 90-day challenge, either on the same product or something different, I'll actually give you $50 in product credit.
Corey? Oh. Does anybody else hear her?
I think we lost her.
Okay.
Yeah, so she was talking about the $50 perks points after 6 months being on auto ship. Just kind of finishing up the information. Do you have any more, Daniela? Any more questions? I see one more on the chat from iPhone 7.
Yeah, that one, and then I know Corey had some, but yeah, we could do the one on the chat if you want to start.
Okay, well, I don't know if you guys already read that one. It's about contacting a lot of people on Instagram and Facebook for the whole week, and no one has committed yet to become a loyal customer. A lot of them said they will get back to me. So my question is, how do we get them locked in on the first go? Well, first of all, I would say when you need to change your mindset, because it's not going to be always on the first conversation. I kind of actually mentioned that earlier, where when you start a conversation, it may go a little bit longer, back and forth, and that's okay. So it's not the goal to just lock them in right away. But if you do, maybe just to use a little bit of more urgency in your message and say, I only have one more spot left for my 90-day challenge. Are you interested? And just see if they, willing to get on, right away. But I always say it's not on our time. It's not on it's not on our time. It's on daytime. And if someone is not ready, they may don't have money right now as much as they would love to start the loyal customer program. So, and that's what the conversation back and forth is for, to find out if they're ready now, and if they're not ready, maybe you can ask, well, when is the $39 will be in your budget? A lot of people will say, well, when I get paid. You can always continue asking, okay, when are you going to get paid? I will check on you then, and always works for me. So that's kind of like, one of the tips. And we say it for a reason when we say the fortune is in follow-ups. So it seems like you have planted a lot of seeds in a week by reaching out to people and messaging them, and get responses when they say come back. I'm happy for any response, guys. When you message a lot of people on social media, you're going to be ignored. So you have to put all those feelings on the side and just keep going till you, sometimes I even happy to hear no instead of just have not hear anything. But people are still watching us. And if you work in social media the way we talk about, not only messaging, but also posting, and posting does not mean messaging and asking people, and so is other way around. So you want to do both. And if you don't have a lot of time, then find how much time you have, the number that you can message 10 people a day and post 3 times a day, and that doesn't usually take too much of the time in the day. But make sure you are consistent. You don't post one time and say, here, I joined, it works, and then you stop posting and talking about and sharing, other things. So yeah, that's kind of like where's my answer. So just keep posting, just keep talking, and follow up. Those people who say they will come back to you, just message them again and say, hey, I'm working on a few orders right now. I know you were interested. Or is it, do you want to get started now? And if they say no, then just ask them when would you like to start? So you kind of know them, and you can actually put the name like somewhere on your plan or calendar to follow up on them on that day. All right, that's kind of it. If you guys have anything else to add to it.
Yeah, that was it. I know, Corey, you had
Yeah, I have a couple questions from my side. Okay, so this came up actually in a different Zoom that we did yesterday, and 2 people on it had said that they were feeling like the people in their network are basically in the same boat as them, that they don't have the products or the type of cash to spend on the products, and that they wouldn't have even been able to join if we didn't have that $10 deal. And my answer last night was, you never know if you don't ask. You just don't. When I started with It Works, I started as a hair, skin, and nail customer. And my husband and I, he was working as a pest inspector. And in New York, we don't get a whole lot of bugs in the wintertime. And rodents, outside rodents and stuff like that, I mean, they either hibernate or they freeze. So he would get some bird jobs to get out of like buildings, and some mice jobs, maybe a bat here or there, maybe a squirrel that hibernated in someone's attic. But other than that, I mean, he wasn't making money at all. I had just moved from being a waitress to working in an office, and my income got slashed in half. So we did not have money, I mean, at all. But I had also recently cut my hair, and the haircut that I had, I hated it. And I was like, every day that I did my hair, every day I looked in the mirror, I felt so like self-conscious. I didn't feel like I looked like a woman anymore. I felt like I had lost my identity. It was weird. Some of us are very, very connected to our hair, and that haircut was just devastating to me. So when I got asked if I wanted to try this supplement that would grow my hair fast, the first question that I had was, well, how much is it? And got presented with the loyal customer program that's $33 a month. We didn't have $33 a month, you guys. Like, we were eating bologna sandwiches every single day because bologna and white, like, you know, the cheapest white bread was all that we could afford. But in my mind, that $33 wasn't a question to spend because of how terrible I felt. And there are people out there that the money that they don't have isn't a question because you're helping them find a piece that's missing, you know, whether it has to do with their hair or their skin or weight loss. And if really they don't have any money to spend, you can always say, well, I totally understand that. Have you ever thought about doing this business to make some extra money? And then me, Natalie, or Daniela, we can help you with how they can join the business without having, you know, the $99 right up front right away. Because they can sell something. We have tons of virtual garage sale sites, you know. They can try to pre-sell their wraps. Our number one top income earner opened up a credit card and put it on a credit card. So there are ways. It just depends on the sense of urgency. But I'm kind of going on a rant. You will never know if you do not ask. And if they say no, then you're not in any worse position, you know. And like Natalie said, you can always follow up with them. People's circumstances in their lives change every 3 months. Something new will happen usually. You know, people go from being pregnant to then having a baby, and that changes everything. Once your child is in your arms, your life completely changes from when it's in your stomach, you know, because now this little person is actually here. And then someone might think, you know what, actually I kind of maybe want to try those wraps, or actually I might want to try this business because I couldn't ever imagine leaving my kid. Do you guys have anything to add to that?
No, you did great.
Okay. The second thing that I got yesterday, question I had or was presented with, it's not really actually a question, it was a concern. I'm concerned that I don't know anybody who would want to try these products. And my answer to that is, don't limit yourself. I mean, like I've said, I've built this business purely off of social media. 98% of my business is pretty much strangers or old acquaintances. So have trust in your leaders that we can show you how to grow your business, and be patient with yourself. Don't let the first few no's get to you. Your distributorship, your license to sell is for a whole year, and that's for a reason. So don't get discouraged, but also don't limit yourself. There's I can't even remember, but there's 1.3 billion people on Instagram, and someone turns 18 every single day, and a new Facebook account is opened or created every second or something like that. I can't remember the actual statistics, but you know what I mean. Your business is out there, you just haven't found it yet. So be patient, and it'll come to you.
Yeah.
If you have anything to add, I'll be right back.
Okay, I agree with that. I told you in the beginning, I didn't have anybody, no family, friends, no one that, you know, my first 4 were from social media, from Instagram. So if I could do it, you guys could do it. But if you do have people, I never asked my sister. I have 3 sisters. They could have each ordered from me. You know what I'm saying? My sisters would do it, you know, but I never asked them because I was like, oh, I'm not going to ask them and bother them. No, but, you know, I should have, you know what I mean? And they later on became a distributor and a customer. Both of them became customers, and one of them became a distributor. So they ended up being in the business anyway, you know, one way or another. Hi, Harper.
Says hi.
But yeah, don't limit yourself. There are billions of people on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. Are people using MySpace anymore?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Hey, let's use MySpace again.
We'll make it cool again.
Yeah, let's do that.
And I mean, there's people in the grocery line, you guys, or when you go out shopping, and you can say, you know, I think it's Ashley Sinclair says, anytime that money exchanges your hand, that you should give that person a Blitz card and say, here's a coupon. If you've ever heard of it, works. If not, I would love to be your distributor.
Yeah, like I actually did it at Starbucks today, and it takes me a long time I was very shy before this business, and I would not talk to anybody about the business. But today I just felt like I had to tell, the lady that made my iced tea today, and she was staring at my shirt because I'm always wearing a shirt. So guys, if you get your $100 credit, I really suggest you getting a shirt that says "It Works," or laminate your Blitz card that comes in your kit and wear it on a lanyard, because she was like looking like, what is that? Why is she wearing a shirt with all because it has like the sequences and stuff. But I was like, I have to give her this card. I have to. I just had it in my head that I had to give it to her, and I did. And I was like, do you ever hear of It Works? And she was like, yeah, actually. And I'm like, great. Here you go. Here's my card, And she was so busy, but she couldn't add me on Facebook. But she took my card. All of my information's on there. So yeah, reach out to people. But, I'm going off topic. Sorry. I do have one more question. And it says that the first 4 LCs, does it have to be different products, or can it be the same? So it could be, so it's 4 different people. So say they order the same thing, they can. Mm-hmm. So it's, as long as it's 25 BV or more each. So it has to be for 25 BV or more each. But say they all want Fat Fighters, that counts.
Yes.
But don't limit. Like, I have a lot of people that are like, oh, it's 25 BV. Okay, fine. But really, if they're looking for weight loss, Fat Fighters is not going to help them. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure, Fat Fighters alone won't help, so you want to make sure you're telling them, like, okay, it's going to be really slow for you to lose weight on Fat Fighters. Fat Fighters is not going to help you lose weight. But if you add the greens to it, or if you add Thermal Fit to it, that will enhance your results. So you want to make sure, because you don't want to just get the 4 customers on Fat Fighters when they really need to lose 100 pounds each, and then they're like, this doesn't work. Well, yeah, because you only use Fat Fighters. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, go to your enroller, go to your leader, and ask them, like, which products do you suggest? They're going to be your customers. I have customers still from 2.5 years ago, and they trust me because I've given them the products that really help them change their life. So you want them to be a customer for life. So just don't get those 4 and think, oh yeah, I got my 4, that's it. No, you want to keep having them order, because that's your residual income that you're going to make every month. You get a percentage of it. So if they're working, they're going to add more products next month. They're going to add the skincare line. They're going to add essential oils. So make sure you're just, getting to their goal with each product.
Yeah, for sure. And kind of circling back around, like, if you're having conversations with these potentials and it's just not working for you, screenshot it and send it to us and say, what am I doing? Can you help me? Because usually you guys, it's just like such a simple little tweak. It really is. It's just like the tiniest little thing. And, usually I would say most of the time it's over information that you're giving. But because someone had asked, how do I lock them in the first time? You're not going to lock everybody in on the first time. If you talk to 10 people, maybe one of them, if you sign up 10 people, one of them you probably will sign up, on the first go around. But if you seem to be running into kind of a consistent, problem, screenshot your conversation and send it to us, and we can it's usually like the tiniest little thing.
Yeah, usually it's too much information.
Usually it is.
They asked one question, but you answered 50 million questions. Like, that was what I used to do. I'd be like, yeah, but they tighten, tone, and firm, and they're not for weight loss. And you know what? You need to drink a lot of water. And she was like, okay, I just asked for the price. Calm down, but it's true, just answer their questions. That's all.
That's it.
Yeah, but definitely screenshot. That really helps a lot.
Yeah. Or like if someone says, okay, yeah, I'm ready, say, perfect, let's get you signed up right now. Not, okay, great. So the wraps, they tighten, tone, and firm, and they're this and they're that, and they're da-da-da-da-da. No, okay, perfect, let's get you signed right up. And always assume the sale, you guys. Mindset is such a huge thing. So you're going to say, like, when you go and you are running your business, don't go into it saying, okay, well, I'm going to do this, but this person's not going to sign up, because you know what? Then nobody's ever going to sign up. You're going to run your business with, saying to yourself, I am a loyal customer enrolling machine. I am going to help so many people today. And you know what? Eventually you will do just that. But if you keep saying, I have nobody to sign up, I'll never get a loyal customer, then guess what? You never will.
Yeah, I agree.
Does anybody have any other questions? You can unmute yourself or type it right in the chat. Look how chunky she is.
She's so cute. But we're so excited for each and every one of you.
Yes.
You guys joined an amazing business, and I promise you, if you give it a year, it will change your life. Like a consistent year of working your behind off, it will change your life and your family's life. So we're so proud to have you guys a part of our teams, and that's it.
Yeah, we are so excited for you guys. You guys joined at such a great time. We are only going up to the top and further and further and further. So just like Daniela said, give it actually a year. Don't just sit on the sidelines. Like, show up, try, work with us, be excited, and we want to take you to the top with us. We are so excited. One more question. Okay, go for it. Oh, she must be typing it. How long did it take for all of you to stay home and work? Okay. So first of all, I will say that when I first joined this business, I was so embarrassed. And I was so embarrassed because shortly after I joined, I went to a party and someone went, oh, so you're selling those wrap things now? And I got so self-conscious, and I was like, well, I have other stuff too, And then I didn't do anything for like 3 months. I just didn't. And because I was so embarrassed. And I could kick myself in the face, you guys. Like, why did I do that? Because after I got over myself and I was like, no, you know what? I'm a successful business owner. And yeah, I do sell those wraps because they're amazing. And I, like, just anytime anybody asks, like, hey, what do you do? I never went, I'm a title clerk at a car dealership. I said, I'm a successful business owner. And they would say, oh, what's your business? Have you ever heard of It Works? Blah, 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 blah. So just that little short spiel first. And so then, even not working for 3 months, after 8 months, I was earning enough. I matched my full-time income, and I went to part-time after 8 months. And then 6 months after that, I went double diamond and earned my $30,000 bonus, and left and stopped working completely. So for me, it was 15 months without working for the first 3.
I was a special ed teacher. I worked 65 hours a week, and I did this business full time. I made no excuses because I hated my job. I hated the administration at my school. I love the kids. I love the kids. I want to go back to maybe subbing, but I don't want to wake up early. So, so that's why I'm like, ah. But anyway, I worked the business for 7 months before I matched my teaching salary. And then 2 months after that, I doubled my teaching salary. So it took me 8 months to stop working. And in that September, I started in November. That next school year, I didn't go back. So that was my story, Natalie.
And yeah, for me, as kind of as the same thing. When I started, my goal was not quit my job. It was more about, kind of like more fun. Didn't understood the whole network marketing at all. So it took me 2 years while I was with this business, but really when I did decided to go for it, and my why, we always talk about why, the reason why we're doing this, what we do. It probably took me about, I would say 10 to 12 months. So when I said, you know what, I am going to succeed with this business and I am going to quit my job. And I did. And I actually I even put the date to it. Like I put the month and I said, okay, by March, I should be able to, get to that. I always said when I match my income where I was used to work, I will quit my job. And so I did. When I got promoted to diamond with the bonus and then double diamond right after, I left my job and never looked back. So, but you can't compare to anybody and anybody's story. There is people who literally run with this business and able to quit their job maybe 3 to 6 months. And there are people maybe still in the business for 5 years and still working at their job. So everyone is different. Obviously, depends how much effort are you willing to put into this business to make it work, and just see where it takes you.
Yeah, I agree with that. We have another question: is networking to a local college a good plan? Yes. Yeah, we have Ambassador Diamonds who were college students who are making now $32,000 a month. So you never know what a person, like I always say, like, don't rule anybody out. Even we had an 85-year-old join the company and she went Ruby. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
She was 85. So
well, Melody McFarland, she joined when she was like 50.
Yeah.
So, and she is making, God knows how much she's actually making now. I mean, like, ridiculous amount of money because she's been in the business for like 11 years or something like that. That's the other thing, you guys. Like, we have people who have been with It Works for like 15 years, 11 years, 8 years, 10 years. Like, this is a company that has been around for so long, is a debt-free company. And we have distributors who have never gone anywhere else because this company is so good to us. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely. Go to, they have to be 18 years old or older, but even 18-year-olds could like do amazing with this business. And every college student needs extra money.
Absolutely. So. And also they all need energy, right? Like to help them stay up late. They all need the green to wake up in the morning. So, and also talk to like the office or whatever and see if there's like a vendor day or something like that where you can set up a table, because I've heard of that before actually. You guys, like, the moral of the story is it never hurts to ask.
Yeah.
Never.
Definitely. Oh, one more thing. We have Jeep entries. So I'm sorry. We have Jeep entries. So if you enrolled a distributor and they get their first 4 customers, you get an entry for winning a Jeep. And I just want to let you know that in October, this past October, I got 1 entry. because the company did a giveaway for $1 million, and they picked 100 people to win $10,000, and I had one entry into that raffle, and my name was called, and I won $10,000. So you could win a Jeep. Like, I'm winning that Jeep, or someone on this Zoom is winning that Jeep. So it's going out there. Yeah, we are winning the Jeep. Like,
I am winning a Jeep. I'm claiming, and all of you guys too.
you could drive to us to pick us up.
Yes.
But really, like, there's so many like different incentives that they give us. So don't rule it out. You know, like, oh, there's 200,000 distributors. I'm only gonna have one entry. Yeah, I was one out of 100 people that was picked, or one out of how many distributors? 150,000 distributors, and I was the one picked. Like, that's insane. So don't rule yourself out. And if you have any questions, let us know. We're here for you. This is our full-time jobs. This is what we do. We want to help you. If you're not successful, we're not successful. So use us. Use us. I think that's it, guys. If no one else has any other questions. That's it.
Okay, cool. Thanks for hanging in with us, everyone. Appreciate it.
Yeah, have a great night. And we're looking forward to Power Hours tomorrow. So if anybody has time, 12 p.m. Eastern or 10 p.m. Eastern, we're doing Power Hours tomorrow. That's focused tasks. So we spend 1 hour on tasks, such as 15 minutes of adding people to our networks. That's just some examples, but we focus 1 hour on working our business. So we would love to have you on. I hope everybody joins us. But anyway, have a great night, and let us know if we can help.
Night, everyone.
Yes. Good night, guys. Bye. Thanks.